Hello, this is a traditional game between Fred and Tono played on IGS, this time on 3 handicap. Black won by 25.5, but black also had a 5.5 komi, so it was quite a tough game for white from the beginning. Let's check it out. So here white plays a tight pincer, which is a good idea, and black simply jumps out. For black it's more interesting to play moves that try to separate white. So jumping p2 would be the fighting style option. If white simply goes out with Kema, black will split, then white can make a base on the bottom, but black will attack the right side. And the whole point of this fight is to fix the corner for black, and then white just got two groups on the bottom and the right side, but the bottom one is kind of thin, so this result it's pretty even. Now if you go back to the beginning, oops, I went back too far. Another option for black, and probably the most common way to play, is to go San-San. So when black plays a San-San, white usually has like three options to consider. One is to Hane in the corner, where black will pull back, white plays a two-space jump, black goes out to n5, white extends for a base, black hits the vital point, white connects, black will go out, and white needs to connect under. It doesn't work for white to play r6 and try to catch the two stones, because black can descend, and now when white tries to capture, black has the ladder. So this is pretty much a collapse for white. So white has to Hane under, then Atari, and extend for a base again. And this variation comes to an end, and it's considered a Joseki. So again, white develops on both sides quite lightly, and black simply fixes a solid group towards the center. But now black is center, so nothing to complain. Now if white chooses to cut at q3, black also cuts, white connects, black plays the wedge. Here white has two options, to Atari from above or Atari from below. Let's check the most common variations. So if Atari up, black will descend, then Atari in the corner and block to prevent being captured. Black will go for the right side in this case and discard the two stones on the bottom, then play a forcing move in center and simply extend on the right side. So what happens here, the corner is pretty much shared. White gets the lower side and black goes for the right side. So this is another basic Joseki, and being a 3 handicap, it looks pretty nice for black actually. Now if white plays Atari from below on the second line, black can Atari on the right first, then white has the option to take a Ponuki, but so is black going to do. And if white goes down, black will connect, because there are many cutting points in the white formation in the corner. Then this block, it's a forcing move in center, push once and extend from the wall. So again we see a Joseki where white takes the corner versus black's outside influence. Another option for black to consider when white plays the pincer at n3 is to play Kosumi 05. So in this case, if white tries to connect under at p3, it doesn't work, because black can cut through and go down. So in this case, if white wants to separate here, it's a self-Atari. Therefore, white has to capture the cornerstone, and black can just defend to get stronger on the bottom side. But, oops, let's go back to the original game. So when black jumps out with a one space jump, which in generally is not a bad move, white can just attach p3. So now here, if black continues to cut at q3, now it doesn't work to separate and go down, because white will Atari and capture the two stones. So in this case, white is connected. That's why black should consider the Kosumi 05, which is also considered the influence-oriented move. So playing p2 is the fighting style, playing r3 is the territorial option, and playing the Kosumi 05, it's the influence style of play. Black can go for outside thickness like this. Another basic variation when black plays the attach in the corner is for white to play a 2-space jump. This is a more modern pattern. Then black will bump, white goes down to keep the base on the right side. White is actually eyeing the P2 point, so P2 is a vital point here. Black should take it right away. White needs a base towards the left on the bottom side. Black will fix the corner with S3 and white jumps again. So this would be another basic Joseki. And black has nothing to complain here because the corner is safe and now black is sent again. So black can approach on the bottom to put some pressure on the tiny base or simply grab a big point somewhere else. Now let's see the actual game. So white jumps along at R6. That's an option too, but the most natural way is to connect the stones with P3. So when white jumps on the right, black can exchange R3 once and then either jump out again or pull back to keep the bottom stone separated, then pincer from L3 or K3, so now N3 is on the run, and this will lead to a fighting game early on. Well, black played a solid move in the upper corner, so now white again can simply go back and connect the bottom, and this way the two black stones will be floating. Well, white approaches F3, that's also a fine option. White needs to develop fast, especially being a 3 handicap game. So black defends again, white extends back. It's also fine to extend to J4. And black plays another solid move. So far, it looks like black still has the advantage of 3 handicap. So it's not going to be easy for white. Q8, it's a pretty good move, trying to attack the P6 stones. And black simply comes out. Actually, black can think about the attach, then Nobi to the center, and when white is trying to cut at P7, black can use the dog face to connect in a very flexible way. This bump is no need. So black's direction of play is actually 08, which means white can simply play a jump like this. But black will probably go M3 and cut, and this way black can use many forcing moves in order to fix eye shape in the corner. So this way black is alive on the spot. So here white can also think of Kosumi in order to prevent the M3 attach and the sacrifice, but it's very easy for black to go out with a Keima, and then white will simply play away. So this bump makes black Nobi, that's a fine move. And again, white can connect under or jump along at 08 to put more pressure on black. If this happens, black will play 04 in Sente, because this is threatening to capture at L3, so white needs to double up and then jump out in the middle. If white plays in the center trying to surround the group, black will just hit the vital point at L3, push and descend. Now the 3 stones are captured faster, so black is happy to leave by capturing 3 stones here. So back to the game, white invades the left side at C12. Well, this move leaves me between making a base at C9 or slide B16. Normally, white can play C11, so when black attacks from C9, white can still slide in the top, and if black attacks from C13, white will extend C8 for a base, then black will secure the corner, and white can attack the top right corner next. So let's see what happened in the actual game. Black attacks from the left side, that's fine, and white slides into the top to make a base. Now here black can bump, white pulls back, black blocks the corner, clamp once as a probe, and then either defend again or play elsewhere. Well, in the actual game, white simply secures the corner in San, that's a fine option too, and plays away again. That's a good decision. Actually here black can extend all the way to k16 or defend the corner tight at p17, but nothing wrong to play the two-space jump. It's very solid. Han and Atari, it's okay to secure the top left area, but white doesn't have to play Hane here. The group on the left side is safe as it is, and well, normally the Hane is fine and Nobi just to secure, but this will be Gote, so white doesn't have the time to defend her right now. White needs to be more active, so it's about time to invade the top right corner and make a base. So playing here, black plays a Hane, that's a very natural move. And white proceeds with a double Hane, but this is an overplay. White should simply Nobi. Playing the double Hane is risky, black can cut once, very good decision. This forces white into an empty triangle when white connects the Atari. Then black should simply extend. Now with this extension, black accepts one Atari from the outside, but white needs to connect on the left. So then it's still easier for black to fight in the middle. If white doesn't play a move like c13, but connects in the center, black will come out, attacking the 3 stones in the middle, and when white jumps to secure the group, black can just separate the left side. So like this, white can even die in the corner next. So, Atari from behind is not so great here. Fight. Cut and extend. Like this, white just grabs the territory on the left side. And center too. Actually, it's big to get ahead. But well, white needs to do something to come back. So white goes for the submarine approach in the top right corner. Black bumps, very good. But the common play to follow up is to pull back at p18, clamp once in the corner to see black's reaction. Sometimes black just goes down, but this leaves Agi to use the s18 later in the game. So the proper move is to connect r17, then white just extends for a base in the top. The way white played here, giving up the corner, was quite expensive. Actually here black can push once, then take the stone, and now white has to deal with a cutting point. So in the end the white group in the top is very heavy. Like this, white managed to make a base, but I guess black is just happy with the 15 points in the top right corner and keep center too. So Atari and connect solid. Well, one Atari is enough, the second one is no need. Just leave it as a cutthreat for later in the game and approach on the right side. This is the most open side left to play, and this kind of move it's also going to prepare the cut Agi at r7. So white needs either kick and jump between the groups or s9 to protect against the cut at r7, and then black should do something with his bottom stones. It's important to secure these floating stones for black. So Atari again and connect, then white invades the corner. For white it's actually quite big to extend on the right side, like r11, but this Sansan is big too. Black pushes once, that's a good decision. And actually black can just turn, play Atari in center, and then focus on the right side. So here black plays with fighting spirit. Yeah, very proper for white to play this move and leave in the corner. Han it's no need, the group is alive anyway, so black should just Han it this way or invade h3. So black should seek for compensation for losing the lower left corner. The way white usually defends this corner, it's a2. It's a better shape than empty triangle b3. but that's alive too. Now black should still consider f4. If white cuts d6, black doesn't even have to worry about that, because black can continue expand the lower side. So when white pushes here, just double up, and white builds a heavy group in the middle. So nothing to worry about for black here. This was another conservative tuna style move. So white jumps out, that's a good idea. Separate the bottom stones from the left side. This game is just natural to escape. White is trying too hard with this move. Just extend on the right side at R11 to build the points, and black still needs to add another move to stay safe in the middle. That's a little bit too conservative. Black can expand even further. But black can also consider moves like R11 or R10 to look for the cutting points here. So when white defends and then go out, in the end white is going to end up with some neutral points in that area. So black continue playing ultra thick. Now this move actually leaves a gap at Q11, so that's hard to protect next. Therefore, white should simply play R11. It's possible to attach here, then pull back, okay. Even though I can think about separating, but black can still live in the corner, so it's fine. Yeah, the attach works at R3. Now usually here white will go down S2 to keep the pressure on the group, but the group is out, so white can play away. Instead of cut, white should just hane, then Atari from the outside, Atari again, and leave the position like this and play away. Because when black cuts here, white can fight a call. So it's a fine idea to play R15, but then should just sacrifice the stone in a very active way. Black could play Atari, then when Atari under, just take a Ponuki, and if white comes out, black will connect, so R15 dies and the other stones are hurt too. Hane under is very good. Here white can think about double Hane. So when black connects, white connects, and now black has to go down at S15. If black plays Atari and captures one stone, white has double Atari and take the cornerstones. Actually even like this. So then it's easier to attack the top right corner. Now black still needs some moves to stay alive on the right. And when white jumps in the corner, this can force the eye, so black is going to be on the run. So back to the game. No double Hane, and there are some cutting points. Actually, white should just jump out to protect against the cuts, and then black has to go back at S15. If black plays away, let's say S2, then white can go down, Atari, and jump. So white is actually killing all those stones on the right. Playing this move, it's too direct. Okay, that's a bit risky. White should just go O13 and forget about the stones on the right. White has all these forcey moves in Sente, but it's still a tough game for white actually. So black found a very nice move to escape this cut. Yeah, there's no way to catch black here. If white Atari, black simply goes out and captures the two stones, which are key stones. If Atari here, then save the group on the side like this. So after this fight, it's really hard for white to come back. Black doesn't even need to connect there. Black can Nobi or jump. Oops. I mean S7, and when white captures 2 stones, black will take 1 back. Black still has plenty of liberties to kill the 3 stones inside the territory. Yeah, this move is probably safe. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is important. Otherwise, white will jump to expand the liberties and then go for semi. So it's good black was alert in this area to add another move and secure the territory. So now if black simply keeps everything connected, it's pretty much game over. Here black can also consider honey under and then a hanging connection. Capture with Atari, it's a good idea too. And it's better to take right away because there are no more forcing moves. Playing this move, white can also Atari from the right, so black needs another one to defend. The proper way to protect is the hanging connection here. Yeah, finally some fighting spirit from black. A black can actually Nobi and then Keima to kill everything. Like this, white will try Atari, but in the end, nothing works. Ouch. This is the famous crane nest formation where white goes out and black simply captures this way. So now we see a few forcing moves from the outside, but white is still captured. Actually, black can play F at the F10, and when Hane block, Atari connect, and it's Atari. So this is a way to take, or Atari and snap back. Black can actually play the Keima, or still go for the forcing moves on the outside and secure the group in center. This is Gote but alive. Black knows that he's ahead, so he just wants to keep it safe. Maybe that's a little bit ultra safe. So for example, if black plays away and white tries to kill, black already has an eye in the corner and also an eye in the center, so nothing to worry about. It's really not much to do here. Cutting points everywhere. White needs to connect in the middle. Double hanging connection. Actually, I think the best way for white this game was to resign the game after losing the fight on the right side. Here, white should get ahead. The monkey jump is not really needed here. It's good enough to play a Nobi in center and then reduce from the outside, or just play Keima, white blocks and leave it like this. This monkey jump can end up Gote, so when white blocks, which is a good decision, black pulls back, white blocks, and this is Gote for black. Like this is the same, Atari, and all Gote. Usually you want to play the monkey jump to stay center. Very good Hane here. Black can jump, threatening the cut. So push, block, and keep center. Dangerous. It's better to push and then Atari. So I'd like to congratulate Tuna for his performance this game. Extremely thick. Even though black started with a one space jump in the lower right corner, which is not optimal in that Joseki, the rest of the game went very straightforward towards black, so nothing white could do to come back in this game. S16 was no need, but black just felt too good about his position, so he didn't want to risk. Enjoy the review.